killer.
What's up everybody, I'm Haven and welcome back. Today's video is going to be my thoughts and opinions on WWE Clash of Champions 2020. But before I get started, I just want to say, if you are not already, I do not know what you're waiting for. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button, become a Halian, hop on the spaceship, and let's get into this video. So I'm not going to go over every match on this pay-per-view because just don't feel like it. But I'm going to talk about things that stood out to me. And number one would be the triple threat ladder match for the IC title between Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn. If you've been watching, you know Sami Zayn was the IC champion, but then he was gone for quite some time. And they just had a whole nother, I think it was a tournament to see who's going to be the IC champion and blah 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 blah. Jeff Hardy's the champ. But Sami came back and was like, no, I'm still the champion. I have the belt. And so, yeah, this is the match. I actually really loved this match. I enjoyed it. Let me tell you, it had spots. Which, first of all, Jeff, come here. Come a little closer. You had one job. I said do not jump off of anything super high. And you know what he did? He jumps off a big ass ladder onto, I believe it was Sami. I think it was Sami. But I'm just like, Jeff, why? Jeff, you don't need to do these things, okay? We already know who you are, sir. We know you are that dude. We know when it comes to jumping off of stuff, it's you. Jumping off of stuff in the dictionary, it's a picture of you. You didn't have to do this. Be careful. We need you healthy, Jeff, okay? Anyway, back to the match. The match was crazy because at one point Sami Zayn handcuffed Jeff Hardy's ear gauge hole, and it was handcuffed to a ladder, and this was like up on the ramp. And then Sami Zayn tried to cuff AJ to the ropes, but he ended up cuffing himself to AJ. So now AJ's trying to climb the ladder, but Sami Zayn went limp and he just laying on the floor dangling with his arm hanging up, and he was like, no, 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 as AJ tried to climb the ladder. So AJ pretty much tried to get Sami up, and I'm like, how, AJ? You gonna carry another man up the freaking ladder with you where he can also grab this belt? I don't think that's very smart. But during that moment, Sami Zayn ended up uncuffing himself because he had the key, and then he cuffed AJ to the ladder midway up the ladder. Then Jeff Hardy is coming down the ramp with the ladder held up because he is still cuffed from his ear, and he gets in the ring somehow, and I'm just like, yo, me and my brother were laughing entirely too hard because it was just a comedy show. But I loved it. Like I said, it had good spots. It told a good story. Sami looked like an evil genius. And the other guys didn't look bad because Sami didn't play fair. And Sami won by any means necessary, as he should have. So Sami won, if you didn't get that from what I was just saying. And I am very happy about this because, listen, Sami is comedy gold, okay? Listen, from the moment he turned heel, he was just a comical ass person. So yes, Sami Zayn is your IC champion, and be on the lookout for more great Sami Zayn moments. So the next match I want to talk about is the Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. This was for the Raw Tag titles, I believe. And this match was good. I mean, all of these men are pretty good in the ring. You know, Montez above all. But this match was good. What I don't like is when it's a tag match and the guy or girl is on the apron, like she's not in the ring or whatever. You watch the person tag their partner. You watch that person run all the way across the ring to hit you. And you still get hit. How? 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 How do you watch someone run at least 5 feet and you still get hit? It makes no sense to me, but we're gonna move on. The match was pretty good. It ended confusingly because Andrade got hit with like a spine buster, I believe, from Angelo Dawkins. I know his name now, thank you very much. And he kicked out very clearly so, but the ref counted the 3. So we were very confused about what happened, but it turns out Angel Garza did suffer an injury. So, I mean, that sucks. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully it's not serious and he comes back very soon. But now I'm so curious, like, how was the match supposed to end? Who was supposed to win? I guess we'll never know. So Bayley didn't have an opponent because Nikki Cross, Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler were not cleared to wrestle. right? So Bayley has no opponent. She was supposed to fight Nikki Cross. So she issued an open challenge and Asuka came out. Now, we know Asuka and Bayley, they give us good matches, but I'm just like, I don't want to see Asuka lose. I don't want to see Bayley lose yet. She got to do this thing with Sasha. So anyway, Bayley used a chair. It was a DQ. Sasha came out with a neck brace on, but with this bomb ass outfit, and I won it and I found it and I ordered it. So I will be taking pictures with that thing sometime. I want to say October, but October I'm gonna have quite a few Halloween looks, so that probably will be for November, but you will see it and I will have the matching thong. So yeah. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, Sasha beat Bayley's ass even though she had a neck brace on, but then I think Bayley ended up getting the best of her. But listen, this feud, I'm 110% here for this feud because Bayley is heel and Sasha is this little, I'm a baby face and I'm a win. But yeah, Sasha. So next I want to talk about Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Who is your Raw champion? This was in an ambulance match, I believe, because they both beat each other's ass through the past couple weeks and they both ended up in ambulances. You know what I'm saying? Ambulances. It ain't ambulance, I tell you. Anywho, this match was entertaining actually, because out of nowhere Big Show came and chokeslammed Randy Orton through the commentator's table, and I'm like, what? Where? What? Big Show? I don't understand. What? Okay, cool. You all right? Fine. As long as Drew wins, right? So then they end up fighting into the back, and here comes Christian. You know how I feel about Christian. You might not know how I feel about Christian because I don't think I put that video out yet. But the video will be out this week, so you will be knowing how I feel about Christian in a day or two, okay? But anyway, Christian came out, beat Randy's ass, rolled him across the table like they do in movies. And I'm like, okay, Christian, yeah. So anyway, they're fighting, and I feel like Randy is really beating Drew's ass. I mean, yes, Drew's getting some offense, but Randy was beating his ass. And at one point, they were on top of the ambulance, and Randy Orton Mufasa'd Drew off of it. He stomped on his hands, and Drew fell off of it. I mean, it's not that far, but it's far, you know? And out of nowhere, HBK pops up. HBM, because he's the Heartbreak Man. He is not the Heartbreak Kid. But he comes up and super kicks Randy off the ambulance and hits him with the, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, HBK. All of these men are men that Randy punt kicked and beat their asses already. So they helped get revenge. And I did appreciate that. And yes, Drew McIntyre won. And Ric Flair was driving the ambulance that didn't have a door, because Drew McIntyre kicked that shit off early in the match. Now, to the main event, okay? We have Roman Reigns, your Universal Champion, versus Jey Uso, Roman's cousin, who won a match to be able to face Roman at Clash of Champions. This feud has been, it's been bubbling. And Roman has been a real asshole, real smug. He's a smug butt, okay? And I'm like, listen, I'm 100% here for this match. So, Roman's music hits, and this man came out. Yo, come here. He came out with his titties out. Yo, Roman was topless. He let it all hang out. That man, he is in shape, all right? And I follow him on Instagram. He's in the gym all the time, and the work, it is showing. It has paid off. Oh my gosh. Whew. It's hot. It's kind of hot in here. I should have had a fan on. But anyway, Roman came out looking amazing, looking like a champion, looking like a top guy, looking like the badass that he is. Jey came out and the match got started. Now, what I personally wanted was Roman to let Jey kind of beat his ass up a bit until he was like, alright, now I'm done playing with you. And then, you know, which is almost kind of what happened. No, Roman kind of dominated most of the match, but Jey did get some good ass offense on him. But listen up, y'all. Roman is the big dog, okay? Roman started beating the hell out of Jey, okay? And I did not know what to say. I was like, what is this thing? Nah. But no, Roman was talking so much shit during this match. It just added so much to it. Like, I don't know, the storytelling of this match was crazy because, like I said, he beat the hell out of Jay, and Jimmy finally came out and was like, yo, I'm gonna throw in the towel because this is nonsense. Like, you don't have to prove anything to this man. Like, we already know who you are. We know you're a warrior. And Jay was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yo, at one point, Jay was on his back looking at Jimmy like on some upside down type shit and was just like, don't do it. Don't do it. Mind you, he can barely move because he is hurt, okay? And he's like, forget this fool. And I'm just like, what? And then Roman drags him and just started, yo, pounding on this man. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh. So Jimmy did throw in the towel, and Roman pretty much wanted Jay to say that he is the tribal chief, that he sits at the head of the table. He wanted this man to bend the knee. And I'm like, Roman, this is wrestling. This is not Game of Thrones, okay? But I feel like Roman watched that, and he's really tapping into new things in this character, which I am all the way here for, okay? Roman was showing so much dominance. It was insane. Jimmy said to Roman, all right, like, you're the tribal chief. We get it. Just take it easy, you know? And I feel like Roman wanted Jay to say it. I could see him calling him out on SmackDown and having Jay say it, like kind of on some embarrassing shit. Or they can go the other way where he kind of says some shit like, you know, Jay proved himself, and yeah, you know, Jimmy came out and helped him, and like, this is family, and like, I run this, and like, they kind of joined Roman. And you remember how Undertaker was with the Ministry of Darkness, how he was just like a pompous ass, and he ruled over the Ministry of Darkness. Like, he was like an ass. He was a real ass, you know. He would whip Christian. He had Christian whips. He had Christian whips, you know. But I feel like Roman could be like that, like the big asshole boss sitting at the table, because they're gonna have him sitting at the table now. Like, they're gonna do that. And the Usos could be here for it, like, yeah, you know, if you can't beat them, join them type shit. And gotta get Nia into it when she gets back, when she gets cleared. You know, we could even get Naomi in there, but I want to see Naomi do her own thing away from her husband, you know. But dude, Roman running the Samoan dynasty until he becomes so much of an ass, they get tired of him, and the Usos jump him. I mean, Nia might slap him up too, but you know, and then start that feud over again with Jimmy or Jay. Shit, all three of them, they could have a triple threat match for the title. I mean, I know I'm probably asking for a lot, but wouldn't it be amazing to see one of the Usos win the world championship? Like, I think those guys are amazing in the ring, and they know how to talk on the mic. And listen, this storytelling they've been doing, even back in the day between them and the New Day, like, they're the whole package. So I wouldn't mind seeing one of them beat Roman for the title, but they'll probably have it be someone else. Like I said, I'm still riding with Big E and or Keith Lee, you know, but now the Usos are thrown into that mix too, because those are my guys. So I don't know, but listen, that pay-per-view, it had some really great moments, and it moved certain shit along. And like I said, the most thing I'm interested in right now, Roman and what he does, and this Sasha and Bayley feud. So yeah. Anyway, everybody, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down below what you thought about Clash of Champions. What was your favorite match? And why? And what do you feel about Roman? What do you think about him in this Uso thing? Like, let me know. Let's discuss it down below, okay? And I will see you all in the next one.